warm, late summer afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Mayfield on play action. Into the secondary past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Jags, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver? I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Lawrence. That's complete. Okuebuna. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Now Lawrence to throw. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is, finish this.
He rifles one that's intercepted. picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Jets are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play that time by the Jets. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Regular. Hurry.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Throwing, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as you're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Alberto Cuebuna, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On second and 10, Mayfield. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. It's going to be the first down. Well done. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Mayfield looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown,
and the Jets pressure too much, and down he goes. John Franklin Myers. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Lawrence going to throw again. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. Now Lawrence. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. 1st down, a bit of a disaster. And now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Throwing middle, and it's complete. They give them a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. Flush to his right. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Point after here coming up. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6.
14, Jets 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. They go play action. Mayfield. Oh, he stays up. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up second and a yard.
Mayfield off the play fake. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. First down, Mayfield. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Well, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
Rolling to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. 46. Let's go, baby. Return up. Get that ball. Get that ball. Hurry, hurry. 46. 46 to Mike.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half.
We play to win. Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 41. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 30.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Here's a give to Etienne.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd.
He's picked off at his own 46. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the 1st down in the process. From the gun, it's Lawrence.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
Lawrence will throw.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Alberto, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it all. This time, they broke through, and that's great for their confidence.
On the sideline, difference in the feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
46 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
They go play action now. Lawrence. He'll drop that underneath to ETN.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they'll run with Etienne. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. John Franklin Myers. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Going right side here, and that's complete. Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Lawrence. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. But to throw again is Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Albert Okuebuna, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Dancing to his left. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good down. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. A try here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, play.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
15, 15-line. Two times. Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jaguars, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games.